I just recorded a whole video and didn't record. Like, I didn't press the record button. Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney Coffee. Yes, pronounced like the drink. If you're new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates from me. I know a lot of people right now are graduating from college and you're wondering what you want to do next, and some of you are considering staying home, which there's nothing wrong with staying and living with your parents for a while, and a lot of you are kind of considering other options, but I decided to jump off the cliff and move clear across the country from my family and friends and support system and everything I've ever known. So I kind of want to talk about why I did that and what I've learned and why I don't regret it at all. I've always wanted to work in the entertainment industry, like ask kindergarten version of me. I used to write my own plays and make my dog be in them. I used to create my own content. I used to audition for every play that I could. But after I graduated, I was like, that's a scary career field, and it's really not a stable career field, and I need to convince myself not to do that. I really tried to convince myself to do something that seemed more stable and safe. I was scared. Still scared. Secret. I stayed home in the fall. I spent my summer, doing all the graduate summer things, and then I spent my fall at home. I did little part-time jobs here and there, but I was still living at home. Like, I didn't move out yet. I didn't have the money. Like, I didn't have any money. I didn't have I almost said a real job. What kind of bullshit is that? I didn't have a job. I didn't have a way of making any income, and I didn't really have a clear path. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, because I knew I'd always wanted to move to LA, so that should be the next step for me, I guess. I needed to figure out a way to get here, so I applied to the Disney College program, and I got into the one at Disneyland and moved from Virginia to Anaheim and started working at Disneyland. I didn't really have the time to make content because I was always working at Disneyland at a job that honestly I didn't love. I just went home and went to work and went home and went to work, and it was a constant cycle, and I was not living my best life, to say the least. And what I know now is that, the universe puts you into situations, or God, or whatever you believe in, puts you into situations because you need to learn from them. And they bring people into your life to learn from them and learn something from them so that you can grow as a human being and as a soul. And so even though it sucked for me, I definitely knew that things could be a lot worse for me. They weren't terrible. I was alive, I was surviving, I was fine, but I was not happy. I was like, what are you doing, God? Universe, what am I supposed to learn from this? Because I hate everything, including myself, everything. What I know now is that the amount of growth mentally, physically, and spiritually that I had over those 8 months that I worked at Disneyland, and then afterwards when I was transitioning into the job that I have now, was invaluable. I am a completely different person than I was 3 years ago. And that growth couldn't have happened if I hadn't left my comfort zone. My comfort zone was the little town that I went to school in, and my friends, and the people that I surrounded myself with, and the activities that I surrounded myself with, and I love those things. I still love those things dearly. But I am just so much happier. I have a place I can call my own. I don't share a room with 2 other girls. I have my own room, which is nice. I do have a roommate who I love dearly, who is from those Disneyland days, but my circumstances aren't that drastically different. My family's still across the country. A lot of my friends are still across the country. I still don't have a ton of time to do everything that I do, and if you were to ask me, Like, if I feel like I am satisfied right now, I can't say that I am satisfied with where I am in my career. Like, I know there's more for me, and I know that there's more that's coming to me, and I'm open to it, of course, the good and the bad. But I know that my mindset has done a complete 180. Did a full 180. Crazy. I am not happy because my circumstances are different. I am happy because my mindset has changed. And that's what I want to kind of communicate to all of you new graduates and people who are going through this big shift in energy and big shift in change right now, is that your happiness does not come from your circumstances. Like, you have control. And the sooner that you realize that you are in control of your life, the better. But I know that where I am right now is where I'm supposed to be. That's the whole thing. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. And that's okay. Now, what gets dangerous? That saying is no excuse for you not to do anything. Like, obviously, if you want to move forward, you have to take actionable steps to get there. Okay? And if you're stuck, that's a sign, or if you feel stuck, that's a sign that you need to move. And sometimes it's not that you need to move in a certain direction, because a lot of times, and I've experienced this too, where you know you have to go somewhere, you know you need to move forward, but you don't know in which direction. Sometimes it's not about the direction that you move. Even if it's in the wrong direction, move. Change. Take a risk. The biggest thing for me is that I'd rather take a risk and make a mistake and learn from it than not take that risk at all and be in the same place that I am right now. Because if you want something in your life to change and you aren't satisfied in your life, not doing anything and being scared of taking another step is not the answer. Like, if you want change, you have to change. And sometimes that requires doing something that people may not understand. And sometimes that requires going in a direction that people don't agree with. But if you know that that's what's right for you, then that's what you need to do. Because, you know, a lot of people told me, they were like, you should get money. Like, you should stay home with your family and like build up money and then move. But I knew in my heart that if I waited, I would keep waiting and I would never move here. So I was like, I just have to go and figure it out, you know? The biggest takeaway from this video that I want you to have is that if you take a big jump, you're going to learn something, you're going to grow, and you shouldn't be scared of that. I don't regret moving here. I don't regret moving away from my family, because I have grown in the past 3 years, I think more than I would have grown in 10 years being home in my comfort zone. And so don't be scared of taking a step outside of your comfort zone just because it's what you've always known. That didn't make any sense. You know what I mean. I'm going crazy. I need some water. Drink water. Alright, so if you like this video and you found value in it, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. And make sure to come back next Tuesday when I upload another video.